like we're live. Hey everyone. God, I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've been on. I've been in the VIP group a lot. There it is. Perfect. I think we're good. Hello, Shelly. How are you? I hope you're having a great Monday. Gosh, time just flies and flies. It goes so fast. Pierrette, is that your name? Did I say that right? I'm sorry if I didn't say that right. Welcome. Good to have you here. Hi, Dana. How are you? Hi, everyone. So welcome to Diane's Designs and Boutique in Oak Harbor, Washington. I'm Diane Small, the owner of Diane's Designs and Boutique and an independent designer with Chalk Couture. And here we love to create and sell beautiful home decor as well as teach you how to make your own beautiful home decor. So today we are going to be doing a reverse canvas. So I haven't done one of these in a hot minute. So hey Leona, how are you? Hi Amanda. So we're gonna see how this goes. But we have this beautiful transfer. I just love it. It's called Smart, Loving, and Kind, and it's all about what moms are. It's all about being a mother, and I thought this would be so beautiful in a wreath, actually, as a wreath sign or as a piece of wall decor. So we can put a hanger on it. We can do all kinds of stuff. So I thought it would be fun to do this. Hey, Shirley. How are you? Hi, Vicki. Hi, Nancy. Welcome, guys. Hi, Janie. So I've got an 8x10 canvas. So it's got a wood frame. It's just one of those, you know, canvases that you can pick up anywhere at any hobby store. And we're going to cut this off here. So let me grab my metal ruler that I always keep handy. And I'm not going to worry about, like, it's got all these staples in it. I'm not going to worry about that because that's going to be the back. You're not going to see it anyway. I can cover it up with some felt if it really bothers me. But the time it would take me to pull all them staples out, listen, who's got time for that? Not this girl. Not at all. So I spent the weekend, Thursday through Saturday night, watching 3 of Ashley's littles, my little grandchildren. They're so darn cute, if I do say so myself. And they kept Grandma just a hopping, I'm going to tell you. They're 5, 4, and 2. Hey, Joyce. How are you? Hey, Jana. There you are. Good to see you. How is everybody? Gosh, I'm excited to be on here with you. Between the virtual vendor event and being in the VIP group, it's so exciting. Okay, so I'm just kind of lining this up. Let me pull it down closer. And I've got an X-Acto knife. Now you need to be careful not to cut yourself with these. And I'm just going to cut that canvas right off of the wood. So I'm just going just beyond the staples. We're going to cut more off. But, ooh, I didn't stay in a straight line there. That was kind of what my daddy would have said, whoppy-jawed. Hello, Helen. How are you? Everybody's good. That's awesome. And then today, Dennis had to go in. Our son had to go in for a medical test. He had to go have a colonoscopy this morning. So they came and stayed overnight. And then I had little Ophelia, the 1-year-old, this morning till they got done with that. So it's been busy. Okay, so now I should be able to peel this off here. Ooh, look at that. It's going to work. Like I said, it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these. But they're really fun to do. So I'm just making sure I've cut through all of it.
And like I said, just leave the staples on the back because you're not going to see that anyway. And you would get half the staples out. If you're like me, you'd get half the staples out and then throw it in the trash and say, forget it.
Oh gosh, Joyce, I'm so sorry. Ugh. So he did okay, except that he started to come to before it was over. And I've had one where that happened, and believe me, that's not a whole lot of fun. You know, stuff you don't want to remember or feel. It's not fun. But he's doing okay. You have so many canvases. Well, here you go. Here you go, Jana. Here's something fun to do with them. Because you get a nice wooden frame with them. And then you just have to be able to peel it off. Cut away from myself so I don't cut my fingers off. I kind of need those. I think I'll keep them. And then I've got it kind of glued on this corner, it looks like. So work on it a little more, see if I can get it. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. It's kind of reinforced on the edges here, it looks like. Some kind of webbing in there. Like 3 layers of it. Boy, these are good ones. There. Woo. Got it. Okay, so you take the canvas off. You still have a piece of that webbing not cut over here. There we go. All right. And then look at that frame. How cool is that, right? So we're gonna paint the frame. We'll see how far we get today, because we need to paint this frame, and then we're gonna ombre this canvas. It's gonna lay it flat. So you can paint this with regular acrylic paint. I'm gonna paint it with chalk paste. But let's get this, let's paint this. So I'm thinking I want to do a dark stain, and then I want to do kind of a white over it. I might even crack it. Should I crack it? Let's see. I'm going to use stone brown chalk paint. I should probably put my apron on so I don't wreck my shirt. Hello, Elizabeth. Hi, Helen. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Hello, Sandra. Welcome, everybody. Okay, I'm putting my old Chalk Couture apron that's got the paint all over it. I'm going to put that on. That's the first one I grabbed. It's always on top because I'm always painting something. And I cut out a noodle board. Have any of you ever made a noodle board? Okay. So I do think we're gonna stain it with this dark stain first. Let me get my piece of cardboard out here that I like to lay down on my table. Okay, we got that off. Those are there. I've got my colors picked out. So while this is doing its thing, we can be doing something else. But this stain dries really fast. So we're gonna, I really like it. I got a couple of colors to try. And I'm gonna grab a piece of this cloth. Hi, Janice. Hi, Irene. Welcome, welcome. All right. Let's
get a little piece of this. These are old shop towels from the salon. I just keep them handy for things like this and grab a little piece and you're ready to go. I'm going to put gloves on so I don't wreck my manicure, because usually I do that. Hello, Carrie. Yeah, we sure do hope Joyce gets better soon. Okay, so I'm going to just get some of this stain. This is called clay. This is a really dark stain. It's kind of gray, like a grayish black. It's really cool. I like it. So I'm just going with the wood grain, really getting it in the cracks and crevices. So this stain doesn't have an overlap mark, like if you stop and start with it, and it dries really quick and there's no odor to it. I just love it. I'll have to put up a link for you guys to it, because I really do like it. So you just rub it on. Now, because these were supposed to be inside wood frames, they do have these little divots in them. These little, like, can you see that on the edge? See that little divot right there? So you want to try to squeeze some stain down in there so it's not so noticeable. Happy Monday, Carol. How are you? So I'm just making it really wet and just like squeezing it down into that little crevice. I should really just pour it out into a dish. I said that last time, didn't I? The first time I used this. I was like, I don't like having to tip that jar every 2 seconds. But I didn't bring a little dish in here. So maybe I'll remember next time. We'll play a game and see if I do. So I'm really excited. I'm doing a, you guys are going to see it on this main page. I put it up for my VIPs first, but I'm going to be doing a virtual workshop. We're going to do little kitchen cutting boards with a sassy kitchen sign on it. And that workshop's going to happen on the 30th. I'm going to do some door prizes and some games. It'll be fun. It's virtual, so you can do it from the comfort of your own home. And I've got plenty of time, so I can send everybody their kits. So you'll get the cutting board, you'll get it's a random pick of one of the sassy kitchen signs. There's 6 of them on the transfer, so you'll get one of those. And 2 paste colors, a small squeegee, some jute twine, a little greenery sprig, and a little flower to do your project. And we will do it on either a Zoom or in a room, a Facebook room. So you can see me and I can see you and we can craft together, and it's going to be so fun. So we are still not having big gatherings, and definitely until Daryl and I have our second shots, I'm not even going to think about doing in-person ones. But this will be fun. Okay, so I'm going to try to squeeze some into that center part. This is such a pretty color. Ooh, I love it. Let's see if I can get any down in there. You have to get a Q-tip. We'll see. Make it a little wetter. So I'm just trying to squeeze it down into these little cuts. I don't know why they put those there. They don't do anything to hold the canvas, so I'm really not sure. But we'll just go with this. Okay. That looks good.
Hello, Sandy. 30th of April.
Yes, April 30th is when I'm going to do the virtual workshop. So that will give me plenty of time to get everybody's kits out to them so they have them so we can do it together. We're going to do some different options on it. It'll be fun. I'm excited. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for just a minute. That doesn't take long to dry. And then we'll do some painting on it with some white. I think I'm going to go with some white chalk paint. I want it to, see, here I am with no gloves. Okay, I'm going to throw that in the trash. Throw that right in the trash.
Okay. Maybe next time try some wood filler. Yeah, you know, that's a great idea, Jana. It's been so long since I've done one of these that I couldn't remember what I did.
But that's probably what I did, is just filled it in with some filler. Okay, so now we've got that done. We're going to let that dry for a minute. And in the meantime, let's start doing some ombre on this. I'm going to set this over here so I don't hit it. And so I picked 3 colors that I'm going to use. I'm using our new tulip color, and then I'm using guava and peachy keen. So it'll be this kind of ombre. Isn't that pretty? So, and we're going to do it right on this canvas. We're going to ombre it first, and then we're going to put the transfer on it. So I've got 3 little dishes here for colors.
Hey, Donna, how are you?
From upstate New York. It's where I was raised from age 8 till I turned 20, and then I moved out here.
So good to see you, Donna.
Okay, so I'm just going to take some of our paste and I'm going to put it in the dish. I always am not sure how much I need. And we're going to turn it into like a watercolor. So we're going to water this down. We'll go with that. That should be enough. So I'm going to put some of all 3 of our colors. These are going to be so pretty. So like I said, this will be beautiful, a beautiful piece of wall decor. We could put a hanger on it, or you could put it on a mantle, set it on a little display stand somewhere, on your buffet. Or put it in a wreath like I'm thinking about doing. Right? How fun is this? Oh, so fun. And so messy because, you know, I'm messy. I'm a messy crafter. Okay. So this is our new Creamy Dreamy formula. So we want to keep the seal. That's what really keeps it creamy and dreamy. This is the new tulip color. So we'll see. I always mix too much. I mix more than I need. I always do that. So I'm going to try to do a little at a time. We can always mix more, right? Hey, Dina. How are you? Okay, so those are our colors. I think that's going to be a gorgeous ombre. Now we're just going to spray some water into the dishes. We're really going to water this down. I'm going to put quite a bit of water in there. And then we're just going to start mixing. So because we're making, essentially, we're making a chalk wash, it will dry really quickly. And then we'll be able to chalk on top of it. So I'm just mixing it till I get all the paste kind of melted. No lumpies. Okay, that looks good.
Hello, Denise. How are you? Oh, Dina, I'm glad you're fine.
I'm so happy you're fine. We are all hanging in there. Guys, can you believe that next week is Easter? I am so far behind. I just can't even believe it's Easter. Well, Sunday. Not even next week. It's this week. Time just flies. So my plan is I'm going to start with my lighter color and then work down to the darker color, and I'm not going to wash my brush in between. So we're working with a water-based product, so we want to wet our brush first. So I'll give that a little damp. And then we're just going to start painting on this canvas. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's, you know, whatever floats your boat, right? So I'm just going to start painting some of this on there. It can be heavier in some spots, lighter in others. I'm going to do mine a little bit on the diagonal. Okay, like that. Now I'm going to grab some of my next color and just wash it right into it. Just blend. Blending, blending, blending. So see, I mix way too much. I always do. Oh, that's going to be pretty. And then I'm going to go into the next one. That tulip is just gorgeous. Go figure, I got one of my hairs in it. Okay, and then I'm going to just kind of blend, blend, blend till I like it. And I want to make sure that I get all the way to the edge. That edge is showing me exactly where I need to be. And going on a diagonal and just blending. Okay, I like that. What do you guys think? Can you see? Can't tell if the lights. Isn't that pretty? I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm going to wipe my brush a little bit. I want to do a little bit more with this lighter, so I'm going to just get that mostly off my brush and grab some of this lighter color. I'm going to do a little bit more. That is so pretty. Okay, got my glass of water here somewhere. I know I brought it in here. There it is.
Aren't they pretty, Margaret? How are you?
Yes, I love it if y'all would sprinkle some chalk love for me. Appreciate that. It's like giving me a virtual hug. Okay, I'm going to set these aside and try not to lay anything in them. That's, you know, we're going to see how that all goes. All right, so I like that. Now we need to get that dry. So I've just got, my heat gun was already plugged in, so I'm just going to use that. I want to add a little more of that guava, just as I'm seeing it dry. Add just a little more of that, a little bit higher up. Again, just blending as I go. Okay, I like that. I like that a little better, a little higher. Hi, Stacy. We are doing a reverse canvas. If you're just checking in, we're doing a reverse canvas with an ombre background, and then we're going to chalk over that. We need to get this fully dry. Thank you for the sprinkle, Leona. Appreciate that. Hello, April. Get this all the way dry. So just make sure everything's dry. And it is. Okay, so now let's check our frame over here. And see if that's dry. Oh, that's going to be pretty. That's going to be really pretty. I think that might be just slightly damp yet, so I'm going to give it an assist. Thank you for chalking the love, Joyce. That's right. We're not supposed to say the sprinkle word now. So this stain doesn't raise the grain of the wood, so that's why it dries so much quicker. But I want it completely dry before I paint on it, because I still think I want a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter, I think I still want. So how we're going to do that is I'm going to get rid of this big board and put some parchment paper down. I've got a piece of parchment paper because I've been doing shirts like crazy. See if this will fit. This will keep me from getting paint all over. Maybe. We'll see. You know, it's debatable. All right, I think I want to crack this. So we're going to crack it. So I'm going to get some of my decoupage glue and another brush. I thought I had another one down here. I'll take this one. That'll be good. Again, water-based product. So I'm going to use water on my brush so it cleans up nice and easy. Just dampen it. All right, so I'm going to put a thin coat of decoupage glue all along this frame. I'm just going to do the front. I'll go back and do the sides later, but y'all, I want y'all to see how I do this. So just a nice, even, thin coat. Try to grab some on the inside. Okay. See, I'm tempted to do the sides, but I really need to do those after. So I'm gonna put that away and get another brush. Not that. Grab this one. This will work. And let that down. And then we're just going to use some white paint. Get a little dish here. And now I'm going to take this white acrylic paint. This is just apple barrel or whatever. And I'm going to paint right over the top of that. A little more. So you need to work pretty quick when you're doing it this way. Grab the inside. And when I do this, you're probably not going to see those little divots in there. And then I can come back and grab the outsides later. Okay. So don't be really neat and tidy. You can be kind of messy with this. That's kind of why I like it. All right, I'm going to set that there for a minute. Let's see. Hi, Mariah. Hi, Dina. Hello, Janine. Hi, guys. All right, now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to dry this. And it's going to crack, and you're going to see that dark stain underneath. So it'll crack this paint. kind of make this look a little bit old and beat up. And you do need to use some sort of a fan or a blow dryer or something to dry this in order to get the cracking that you want. Cool air, Shirley, will work just fine. You just have to have a fan or something blowing on it in order to get the cracking to happen. Or I find that's the best way to do it. It will crack if you leave it sit to dry all on its own, but you won't get near as much cracking. So you can see how it's got like little cracks and chips in the paint now. So what happens is the decoupage glue dries faster than the paint. So because it dries faster, when you've got paint on top of it, it pulls the paint, and that's how you get the cracking. And that's why it works best if you dry it, do small areas and dry it quickly. So I did kind of a big area, so I didn't get quite as much cracking as I would have wanted, but it still looks rough and beat up, and it's going to be gorgeous with this ombre color. Look how pretty that is. I'm excited. Okay, so that's how you crack paint. And we will go back and do, I should just do the sides. I really ought to just do the sides. Ooh, I got spots that aren't dry yet. I just put my fingers in it, right in here. Right in there. Did it now? I think I did. I think I did. Okay. Since we have everything out here, we're going to go ahead and do the sides. So again, a thin coat. Well, if you do a thicker coat, the fatter your cracks will be. So thin will give you small cracks, and thicker will give you bigger cracks because the decoupage glue will take longer to dry. Okay, I'm going to set this right there and grab some paint. We need some more. Okay, and then go right over the top of it. So I'm just kind of laying the paint on top of it. I'm not pushing it down into the decoupage glue, if that makes sense. Just laying it on top. I want to keep this brush away from this blowing so that my glue doesn't dry in the brush. Does this method work on all frames or just wood frames? I would imagine it would work on any frame, because the reason it works is that the decoupage glue dries faster than the paint. So that's what makes it crack. So as long as paint will adhere to the surface that you're using, it would work on anything. I've done it on metal, I've done it on glass, and then wood. So those are the three surfaces I've done it on. So we're getting cracks. So can you see the cracks, those little cracks that are in there? I put a thin coat on, so I'm not getting fat cracks, but I just want it to look old and aged, and it's perfect. Love that. So let's do this other side. It was so pretty here today. The sun was out. I even opened the window. It's so nice to be able to open your windows and get some fresh air inside. Do you guys like that? Okay.
Hi, Judy.
No problem. This is a several step project here. Daryl had to work a little late, so I'm like, okay, well, I can go live and do this. And the cracks start showing up pretty quick. They're already showing.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Kathy.
White. I've got a big glob of white paint under there, getting on my hands. Looking good though. I like it. So quickly get these other two done, and then we can go back to doing the transfer on our ombre base, which looks so pretty. This is just, again, regular acrylic paint. It does work with chalk paint. Alex and I tried that a long time ago to see if that would work. last side. Yeah, you know what, Jana, it's kind of like one of those things where you say you're going to go back and do it, and you got 9 million projects going on. So it's just better for me to do it while I have it here. Take those few extra minutes and get it done. So there again, you can see the nice cracking that we've got going on in there. It's not quite all the way dry, but it'll continue to crack a little bit more. You can see it's cracking more on those sides. But it's enough that I can move on. So I'm going to put my paint back in here that I didn't use with a different transfer because I don't have that one. Yes, any of our transfers would look great like this, Jana. Just another idea. You can use our stuff so many different ways. I love it. Okay, I'm going to put these in water now that we're done with that. Cover that because I will tip it over and get it all over the place. But I love our frame now. So pretty, and it's going to be great with this. So now we're going to bring this back. And let's see if I can get the paint off my hands. We'll see. It's rare that you see me with no paint on my hands. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Okay, so our ombre is all dry. So again, we did this with chalk paste. Now I am going to my fuzzing cloth is buried here. I am going to go ahead and wax, even though that's chalk paste. This is the first time I've used this transfer and they're super, super sticky. So I'm just going to put a little bit of wax over this just to protect the transfer from sticking too hard. That's good. So that is just our surface wax. I love this surface wax. It's really creamy and buttery. Easy to use. You could apply it with a soft cloth. I just have a dedicated waxing brush since I do a lot of furniture. I like to put it on that way better. Okay, now we're going to just give that a little buff with a soft cloth. Okay. Now we're going to do our transfer. I'm so excited. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I mean, this transfer, you wax canvases? Yeah, I do too. I do too. Thanks, Jana. This is going to be, I think this is going to be really pretty. I'm excited to do this. Okay, so you could just put the transfer on just like this. And the way this transfer is made, you'll notice that some of the writing is thicker. It's thicker than others. And so you can go over this whole transfer with one color and it's really going to pop out those words. But I'm going to do it a little bit differently than that. So I'm going to leave the word mother off and I'm going to try to center the rest kind of in the middle of this. So let me get my fuzzing towel over here. We're done with that. All done with these. Oh, did I bury my gray? I want my gray. Oop. Hang on, guys. I gotta find my gray paste. Oops. Hold on. Hold on. I had it packed when I went to Ashley's and I forgot to pull it back out. So we're gonna write back on the back of this first. So again, our transfers are silk transfers. They're not a stencil. Stencils actually have a hole in them and ours are a silk screen transfer. So that is a clear screen where it looks like there's a hole. I write back on the backer sheet so that way I'm not tempted to put it back on the wrong side. One side is super shiny of this backer sheet and the other side is more matte, the back side of it. But when you've had a long day and you're not paying attention, you could easily put it on the wrong side. I was making bows earlier and I had a little glitter on there, so I wanted to get it off. So we're just gonna get some lint from this fuzzing cloth to just ease the adhesive a little bit, just to ease that sticky so it doesn't stick quite so hard. Okay, now let's see if I can get it centered on here. And I need to center it side to side. And I'm centering it without the word mother. Y'all know I'm an eyeballer from way back, but I do want to make sure this is centered. I got to come up higher. So pull it back up and bring that up a little bit higher. A little higher. With what I want to do, I really need it centered. Okay, I think I've got it. That should do it. I think it's close enough. All right, that looks good. I know this transfer, I just love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so I've made sure there's no air bubbles underneath there. Y'all, it's crooked. Lord have mercy. Oh, it's hard when you've done the painting on it to really see. I'm just gonna straighten it out a little bit here. I love the bottom line of this, because I said so. I did hear that a lot as a kid, because I didn't take no for an answer. So then it, you know, after all the explanation, then it got to be because I said so. And I was the same way with my own children. Let's see. So bear with me. I will get this. But I do not want it crooked in the frame. That would really not make me happy. Okay. Okay, we got it that time. All right, so we're going to use Storm on the words. I think the gray with that clay gray kind of showing through the frame is going to be really pretty. So I'm just going to give it a stir and make sure it's... This one is not the new Creamy Dreamy formula. So we want to make sure we got cake batter consistency so it goes through the screen properly. And if it's a little thick, you just add a little bit of water. Purified water, just bottled water, works just fine. So you get that yogurt cake batter consistency. Okay, so now we're going to just chalk. I got to remember to leave the word mother off. So I'm just going to put some paste around. I'm right down to the end of the jar here. But I think we're good. Okay. So that our great big 4-inch squeegee would do this nicely. Just covering all that screen. And just going straight down. Really making sure to push it through the screen. And then I'm going to stay up on the tippy toe and scrape all the extra paste right back in the jar. I always get my fingers in it, never fails. Okay. Get my fingers. And we'll just pull that up. Oh, how pretty is that? Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm just going to set it right over here on my towel. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, we're going to get that dry. I think I'm going to go ahead and, since we have to wait for it to dry, I'm going to wash this real quick and show you how. So I'm just going to spray it down with just my water. And then I think I have I thought I had a board eraser here, but I can't see it. Okay, I'm just going to use a soft cloth. This is wet. And I'm just going to wipe all that paste away. So one side of our fuzzing cloth is like a terry cloth towel, like a bath towel. And the other side is like a chenille, or, you know, microfiber towel. And that side is for cleaning and drying our transfers. So I'm just going to wipe the back side a little bit too. And that will remove any residue from the project. Okay, that's good. Put it back over here and just set it down. Okay, let's get this dry. Do you love it? You don't know how you have a mini mixer for your paste. If you aren't sure what I'm talking about, I'll send you a picture. I have seen the mini mixers, but I don't, yeah, send me a picture. I don't have any trouble, even if it gets a few little lumps in it, I'm still able to chalk just fine, so I've never really looked into that. Thanks, Jana. Hi, Christine. So we'll get this totally dry. So again, like I said, you could put the whole transfer just right there. Gorgeous. But I want to put Mother across the middle, so it really stands out. So this is kind of our background still. All these words are part of our background, is the design in my head. So again, I want to make sure everything is really dry before I do this. And I'm just going to really get some fuzzing on the word Mother. And then we're going to put Mother right across the middle, kind of at an angle. think right about there is going to be good. Yep. Just like that. And we're going to do that in black. So everything we've done up to this point is just kind of leading up to having the word mother be in the forefront of all of it. The rest is kind of a backdrop. Hello, Kelly. How are you? I've been thinking about you. I hope everything is going well. We should chat. Okay. Now let me get my black. So this is definitely a longer project. I'm going to use matte black. I was thinking about using shimmer shadow. Should I use shimmer shadow, you guys think? A little shimmer on Mother? No, everything else is kind of rustic and matte, and I just used my black, so I know it is ready to go. So I'm just going to paste the word Mother on here. I'm trying to create an outline so I don't get words I don't want. Ooh, I might have. Okay. If I did, I'll have to go in with a Q-tip and get it off. Ooh, no, I lucked out, y'all. I didn't get it. Ooh, I love it. Love it. Okay, so now we'll just spray this down. And then we'll be all cleaned up. Clean part of this here. Okay. So we'll set that aside and let it dry, and then put it back on the backer sheet when it's all dry for our next uses. Oh, thank you, Judy. Thank you so much. Boy, I thought I had kind of messed that up there for a second. But here's the thing. There's no crisis in chalking. You really can't mess it up. I waxed this so I could effectively probably wash all that off and just do it over if I needed to. So, hey, Stacey. Oh, yeah. I wash my fuzzing mats all the time. And they come out, all the paste comes out of them for the most part. I mean, they're getting old, so I can see a little shadowing of paste, but not much. Okay, let's get this dry. Oh, I just love how this is coming out. All right, now we'll bring our frame back. And now the frame is going to go like so. And this transfer just fits on this 8x10 frame. So if you want to do this, kind of judge by that. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so now that I've got it exactly where I want it, I think, make sure I'm not crooked here. Don't want to be crooked, and it really does just fit, but I knew it was going to. Okay. All right, that's going to work. So now I'm going to carefully flip this over and not move it. And then we're just going to staple it right back on. So I can feel exactly where the frame is. That one I didn't do good. I was looking at something else. I got it a little off the edge, so I'm going to pop that one back out. I did it again. How can I do that? Got my finger, y'all. I scratched it. All right, let's do this right now. There we go. Goodness, Diane. Okay. Y'all, I'm blooding. So I'm gonna kind of stretch it. I really got myself, guys. That's been a hot minute since I've done that. Okay. So just kind of feel your way and make sure you're on the wood. Just kind of stretch it when I come down here. Now, well, I messed up on that one side. I messed up a few of them. I see now. Oh, that's how I scratch my finger. Ah. Luckily, I can pull them out pretty easy. All right. Mess around with that. This one's pretty okay, but I'm going to move it in a little bit. Maybe if I can get it up. There we go. All right, do-overs. Okay. So now you can take your scissors or an X-Acto knife and cut off that extra canvas. And we're just going to do it with my X-Acto knife. So you want to make sure that you're back behind the edge. So you're just kind of tidying everything up here. So thank you guys for sticking with me. I hope you are enjoying this multi-step process here. And I will show you how to put a cool little wooden hanger on it next time I come live, I think. All right, so we have that all cleaned up. And now here is our reverse canvas piece, and I love it. I think it is beautiful, just perfect. So you can decide whatever you want to do with your own frame. I would say to fill, well, once we painted it, you really can't see those little gaps in there, but if you were going to give it as a gift, I would definitely fill those in with some wood filler and let it dry, and then give it a little sand. But thanks for the hearts. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Hi Barb. Hi Sally. Thank you, Dina. Thank you so much. But I love it. That was so fun. I haven't done a reverse canvas in a while. I'm sure it showed. I wasn't as fast as I probably could have been. But lots of painting. We did painting and staining and ombre and chalking and the whole 9 yards. But I just think that would be a beautiful sign in a wreath for Mother's Day. Thank you, Shirley. I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you love it. I do too. It was fun. That was fun. So thanks for hanging with me, guys, and I hope to see you all again real soon. I will be putting up the workshop that we're going to do. I'll show you what we're going to make in the workshop. It'll be fun. We're going to do some door prizes. We're going to make this little cutting board. How cute is that? So you'll get all the supplies you need to make this. Your sassy kitchen sign may say something different, but all of the sassy kitchen signs are really, really cute. So it won't matter which one you get, you'll love it. Oh, I haven't had an ouchie in a while, which means I'm not working hard enough. Or I'm getting smarter. The jury's still out.
But that was a lot of fun. So keep your eyes open for the workshop. I would love to have you join us. I'll either do it in Zoom, which is just an app that you download on your iPad or your phone or your computer, your laptop. It's really easy to do, and I'll send you an email with some links on downloading it. Or we may do it in a Facebook room, and if I set up a room, then I just send you the invite to that room. So people that have joined the workshop will go in there, and when you're in a room, I can see you and you can see me as long as you have your camera and your audio turned on, which it's easy to make sure to turn those on. It's like a little camera icon and a microphone icon. Then we can craft together. I'm so excited. Thank you, Judy. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. I think being a hairstylist for 40 years helps me a little bit in that arena. So I appreciate you. All right, guys, have a blessed rest of your night, and I'll see you all again real soon. Bye.